we've got a lengthy bit here, which I'm not sure I appreciate, but I mean, it's alright. It's alright. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna finish out this other one. Gonna finish some other stuffs. We're gonna do the things. Da da da. And now we hit a betray. Da da da. Exit the room.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Da-da. No things. And now Clover's gonna leave. Oh, I gotta press the button.
Please check.
Hey, what's the deal?
Cork had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Work. Oh no! Up the door goes.
Oh, the number 9 door.
Fuck, she opened it.
Ugh! Why? Clover, wait!
Clover! What the fuck?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean... What?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Dio leapt at Clover, his fist raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved toward the door.
Goodbye.
I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. She's cold as ice. As cold as ice. You want paradise, I know.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you. As the game is escape, please enjoy.
Lit. We got that through with. And we're gonna save again, because saving is a good thing to do. It's a responsible gaming thing. Saving, that is. Cool. Now that we've done this, we can go up here and do this other thing. I don't even remember what we're doing.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, this is the thing with Dio. Oh, shoot. I gotta. Here we are. Here we go. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen betray if I was in your position.
Of course you would. You're a little bitch.
We'll find another way, alright? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
There's no way. None. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Frickin' Kay was being sketchy around Alice.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to...
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please. Just give it back.
Hey, Sigma, what are you talking about?
We found the Accelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it. What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do. No! Don't! I leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
Let's burn him at the stake. You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chosen an ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
Ugh. I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard! I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward, only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was Phi. It won't let me have my one moment.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? Why not? Is Kay over by the door? What do you mean this isn't the time for...
Look at the number 9 door.
And there's Kay. Kay was indeed standing in front of the door. What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly we were all running toward Kay and the number 9 door, so that we could stop the man armored in a robotic suit. K. What the fuck?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
That's a really sweet reason to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable. But as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken it with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
Oh, even while he's backstabbing us, he's being a sweetheart.
The number it will read.
Oh, wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
That's sketch.
Oh no, what did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at K, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy.
We don't even get to ask Alice, do we? No, we don't. We don't even get to ask Alice. He probably just hit her over the damn head. Eh. Oh, that's another one. Another one. We go over here to this thing which opened up. Lock number 4. The duplicator. That's right, because we know where the duplicator is now. IG, immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
No.
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like...
So it's a copy
yeah,
machine.
probably copies IG, whatever that is.
And
Oh no, ice cream.
That's it. I've got it. The IG replicator in the laboratory. It's an immunoglobulin replication machine.
What?
It can copy immunoglobulin antibodies. Wouldn't it just said Accelavir is made from antibodies? That means we can make more Accelavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it. Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah, we never could figure out what it did though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I saw it when I was in the laboratory.
When was that?
Ha 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 ha. That's a good question. What do you have there?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No. Deal was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator? Shrugs. Who knows?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Excellivier. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no time to waste.
We all nodded. Wait. We can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright then, let's go. And do this replication stuff. Get our next real-time ending. Go through some white doors and shit. It'll be fun. Laboratory.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
It's over here on the table. See?
So this can copy the Excellivier?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, okay? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial of Excellivier into the slot on the side of the machine. Carefully. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. You gotta love our protrusions. Presumably, that was where the duplicated Excellivier would go. Ready, Freddy? When I push this button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Righto. And pressed. It's like a frickin' appliance machine. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. Ta-da! I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket. Ah, shit.
What happened?
Sorry. My hand slipped?
You dropped one of them?
Yeah. Just one, though.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Okay, alright. If it'd broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Tenmyoji could reply, Fi spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break!
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
Uh-oh. She slid back from the table, quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. Hey! A bomb!
Whoa. Really? That makes two then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any one of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect, is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane. Listen to yourself. There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb.
Tenmyoji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory
Ooh,
card.
ooh, another memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It's down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Could I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot. No dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
Come on. If I knew, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Yep. So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the accelerator, then head to the Floor A warehouse.
Right. This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. We didn't replicate another one because we thought, hey, nobody else will come down with the sickness. But, you know, it's alright, it's okay. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes, the analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes. Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back. Pat, pat.
5 minutes remain until
Alright, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. Floor A warehouse is waiting. Wait, who am I going up against? Huh. Huh? Well, where's Tenmyoji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us, and this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
One-on-one, huh? Bet you're screwed.
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then.
You have no qualms about killing people, don't even to me.
I want to win, but I'm not that desperate.
Yes, you are.
You see what I'm saying, right?
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick Ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh.
Kay and I are going to be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
Oh. This'll be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to Ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points. Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote Ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Right. Okay, you're really gonna do it, right?
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
Oh, she's gonna betray the poor dude.
1 minute
Ow.
remain.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now!
Wait,
Indeed.
who's my opponent?
Shall we?
Is it Luna? Dio-K, Phi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio, da-da-da. That left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left? As per usual.
Sounds good.
With that settled, we headed into AB room number 1. Oh, you're playing against Alice here. Oh. Easy bet.
30 seconds.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary, so...
You're saying we should pick Ally, right? Since Alice is gonna default to that anyway.
Yes.
I know. It's not really fair to betray someone who isn't voting. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nunnery game didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed. Thank you, Ambidex game.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. Alright, let's go have a look at those results.
Okay.
Results, please direct.
What? Comment this out, what? How? How?
Points have been assigned or
How?
subtracted accordingly.
That bitch has killed me.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
That bitch has just killed me. Oh. What? It was impossible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. No, that's not possible. How can Alice vote betray? It was a question I would never know the answer. We would never know the answer to this? There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Sopril. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Oh no! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Sigma!
No. Why?
My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them to open. Everything was growing blurry, and I noticed that the door of the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all. And yet there she stood, an apparition that couldn't possibly be real. Alice. The world was gradually going black and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed the questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run in at the last moment after Luna and I had entered our room? But even if she had, why choose betray? Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever. The fuck? The fuck? Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Fucking whatever, man. What the fuck ever. And we go through this now. What the hell, B? Luna and I stepped out of the...
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting.
That died, sweetheart.
I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I'd picked betray instead. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit, parentheses, me, that had moved my finger to betray button against my will. Right, well, we should go see those results.
Really? We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from round 2 of the ambidextrous. Please
Ha! Ha!
point points
fucking
have been. Please
ha.
check your
What? It wasn't possible. Total mulligan round. What the fuck? No, how can Alice vote betray? That's not possible. Alice? She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. From around me I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh?
I thought I would die.
Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it? Coward.
Me? A coward? You've got some fucking balls on you on your chest saying that to me after you picked betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
You could have killed me.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic. Yes, no, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible.
Yeah, sucks to be you, isn't it?
I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people. A result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got...
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB room.
Yes, right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that?
No!
I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it?
You killed me!
You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I'd picked ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
So you could have killed me. Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look. I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here?
Because you...
Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Fine Dio.
Yes, if Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
I turned to look at the results again. Before I'd only been looking at my own. No, I saw. And realized that there was only one word all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never gonna get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution.
Fuck yourself.
Sorry.
Theo.
Well, in that case...
Too, Faye.
Yeah, sorry.
Without Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Theo and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
You're such a bitch. Go away.
Come on, Clover. Let's...
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it. Huh.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah. You aren't gonna leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know. But I still believe in you, Sigma.
Thank you.
I think your hand must have just slipped or something.
You're a sweetheart.
Right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are... There is no... The Ambidex...
As many times as we want, huh?
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet?
Why?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gate appears, so...
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pear. What about you?
I'm a magenta pear.
No! I wonder what the others are.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We've got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Want to sit for a bit? Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
That's adorable. Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all wanted to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray. Including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Excelivir. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right! The memory card! I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on it, though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh, I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
Then?
Yes! I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card, and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Right. Nobody take that sound clip of Clover shouting, "Stick it in already." No one. I will hate you all. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. What is this? Hold up, let me get... I'm trying to escape my jacket. Jacket! Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Trying to escape my jacket. There we go.
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb?
It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn, I have got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm...
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room like some non-confrontational bitch. I took off after her for some reason.
How long are you going to keep following me?
How long are you gonna keep running?
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters? Or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
Underboob. She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
I hate you a little bit. Gonna be honest. But go on. What? Why? Hold up. Okay.
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Rad-6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared.
I'm gonna have to forgive your dumb face, aren't I?
See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do what?
Kill me! Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not gonna kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another, and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense, just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Do they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
I promise, hon. Come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself, and about the Myrmidons. Deal?
I wouldn't have told anyways. Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What, crying? I don't remember any crying. You're this is crazy stuff. Look at you, you're kick-ass. You don't cry. Good, big kick-ass girls don't cry.
Good. All right, then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. I know. I just... so many good fuzzies. Except for Dio. So many good fuzzies. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation, and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the U.S. My father was a scientist, and his field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which was why he moved. We moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problem adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often, when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of International Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now at last I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. But trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumor says he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then, one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the answer I'd expected. For a moment I forgot to read there. They told me they'd been locked up inside of that very building I'd been on the way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were Myrmidons. Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it, per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other 4, he had been behind the disappearances of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company... Oh, holy crap, breathing. A major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of Free the Soul, and very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenic field. Morphogenic. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Fucking ace. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with the threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I hadn't let that chance pass me by. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake, and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last in a basement room I found her. She had been tied to a chair. Put on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters at the SOIS to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me. Or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had, at least, been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers comprising of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He'd carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who'd put my father through this. They'd destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time our operation would succeed. This time I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled the gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AB room.
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here's a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs. And based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon. Right?
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code.
I know this, but I don't know where we're gonna find it.
Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait. A long string of numbers? Could that be... Ah, we've hit another lock. Nice. Nice. Another lock. Another... I mean... Alright. I suppose. So we have to dip into this other branch to get anywhere. Shoot. Yep. So what's left is what happens when you go through the first door with Luna. Yeah. I guess we'll get there and just start up that particular,
Sure.
All right.
Then Clover and I will go with Alice.
As long as I get to go with Alice.
I don't have any objection. We'll be going through the yellow door.
That means Dio, Quark, and I.
Stuck with a kid and some old... I can't see how this could possibly...
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and you'll pull your head out of your ass.
What did you just say?
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
We need to hurry.
Alright. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, 0. Chromatic door.
Can start up this particular... Oh, this is the lounge, isn't it? Ooh. What is this place?
Didn't you see the door? It said this is the lounge.
Touchy? Touchy?
Well, there doesn't seem to be much dust. Maybe there is.
So you've got a well-used lounge right next to a big empty warehouse. What is this building for?
Beats me.
It looks like there are 4 doors in here.
Yeah. The one we came in, the one opposite it, and 2 more on the left and right. The 2 on the sides are covered with metal plates, though. Don't think we'll be opening them anytime soon.
I guess that just leaves us one option. The locked door.
I didn't see any other doors in the hallway we came through. Maybe we can find one of the keys to the AB room in here somewhere.
Well, it's not gonna find itself. Let's go. It's time for us bitches to puzzle. We'll puzzle a bit. We'll puzzle a good bit. Yeah. What we got here? We got ourselves a drink maker. I mean, it does look like a helmet. What? No, it's a drink maker, you idiot. I want glass rack. Oh. Northern Hemisphere. Do I need to pick up this, or does this stay here? A banana hanger. Of course I've seen one, they're just dumb. Well, anyway, it looks like one. I think it's something else. That's not how you store bananas. You store bananas in hammocks. Is this a note? Looks like a page from a journal. Bartender's diary. Cool. Oh! This thing. Aha! And then pillows. This thing. And then this thing. Oh. Hey, come on, that was a real sneeze. It was dusty. Oh. Let's get ourselves some garbage. Garbage. Ugh. Oh, okay. I see. This. Cool. Done. Not sure what this'll do, but I fixed it. Ta-da! This is a globe. Cool. There are letters, some of them black, some of them red. Is this some kind of code? Lion. And then red moon. Morone. Well. We come back to this item intensive room in the game. Really? Huh. Alright, hold up. Let me see. Not this. I need the bartender's journal. Yes, here we are. 3 customers came in today, a couple and their son. The father sat in the center with the mother on the left side and the son on the right. When I came to take their order, they said the following. Father, my wife likes the color red and I like white. My son has always liked the ocean. My son has loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes island and I like planet. My mother and I like moon. My father likes anything green. One of them was a liar, but I swiftly made their drinks and handed them over. One of them was a liar. Really? I thought it was about the drinks. My husband likes island, and I like planet. My mother and I like the moon. My father likes red and green. Put the drinks here. What about this thing? Wonder what the screen's for. Two needles. Okay. Needles. Needles. Is there a clock in here someplace? Ah! Okay. Actually, hold up. Wrong one. You said... I won't worry about it too much, but... Okay. So, we're gonna go with... start with island to planet. No? Okay. So which way? So maybe it's the moon in green. Yeah? No? Okay. I don't understand how this would... We'll come back to that. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, no. How'd you like to have a drink with me? It's a wonderful time. Don't even. Just getting all nervous now. Yes. I mean, it's a great time. Always a good time. This is a lot of fucking items. Okay. Okay. So in theory, do I just make drinks, or do I follow the thing and get the thing? Hold up. Open up a new page in the thing. Okay. 3 customers came in today. A couple in their son. The father sat in the center. The mother came in on the left side and the son on the right. My left or their left? We'll assume my left. And so... Damn it, these ants. Okay. Fucking... My wife likes the red. I like this white. My son has always liked the ocean. My son has loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes that one. I like blue. My father likes anything green. How would one determine which one is the liar? I'm assuming it's the sun, but does that would mean the wife, assuming the sun is the liar, likes red planet. And then the husband, if the son is a liar, likes White Island. And then the son likes Blue Ocean. Okay. So we'll start with the white. Freaking red. What was it? Planet? Planet. Okay. I don't know what this Y means. And then and then I'll take those back. No. 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 Oh, shoot. I'll take that back. And then my husband likes White Islands, which is gonna be white. Then I need to scroll through and get Island. And then the last one will be Blue Ocean. It's the White Island, just in the middle here. And then we have our Blue Ocean. Ha! Cool. Open the safe back then. That's cool. I can remember it. You're gonna memorize it? Sure, that's right. Got a pretty good memory. Yep. Okay. Was that the safe password? Like you said? probably safe. Yeah, that's for the thing. Then how the hell else am I supposed to get... Then how do I get the normal one? There's still no reason for this globe to exist. Wait, does this globe adjust this? What was on the astronomy journal? Oh, actually, here, that's a good question. In other words, 450. Oh, 450. Okay. Alright. Okay, maybe I've gotten this wrong. Is this the minute hand? That's the hour hand? That's 3. Yeah, you can't read a clock. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Can't read a clock. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. There we go. How about 450? Puts the hand on green and the long hand at sun. A green sun. What? Whoa! Whoa! Red moon. Blue planet. Hold up, I should be... green sun, red planet, and then a blue planet. Cool. Lit. They don't seem to have a particular order they want that in, so I'll just do it up real quick. The red... Oh, no, not the red planet, red moon. Hold up, let me check, make sure. Yes, red moon. So the red planet isn't... I'm just gonna have to scrub them all. What, you were some kind of bar contour? Oh come on, that one was genius. Oh, I like the bartending minigames though. I once wanted to be a bartender. Freaking... There it goes. Well, now I have an empty glass again. And then... Cool. And then we do this. And we do this. We'll start with our green planet here. Not this. This. Planet. Wait, right? Nope, it was a green sun. I've messed up. Let me take this drink here for a second. Check it under the... and hide my shame down here. This is what I get for not listening, for not checking my notes, for just being a dumbass and enjoying the game. Frickin' the green sun. Wasting so much booze. I know, right? I want some of those. Frickin'. And then we have our red moon. Okay. Red moon. Red moon on the rise. Yep. Then we should have our next one, which is blue plant. Blue. Blue plant. Yep. I know, let me take my cocktail from it, damn you. I want my There we go. Now I've got it. Taking the booze with me because booze. And then we grab our drinks. Just kind of set them down. Wait, do they not go here? They don't go here. Hold on. There we go. Now we're doing it right. This is a very item-heavy puzzle. Okay. And voila! Ta-da! Got it. The order placement doesn't actually matter for the escape password. Oh, well. Fine. I guess. I mean, I liked the other one better. It was just the right amount of challenging. Eh. There's some puzzles that are just pleasing to finish. Anyhow, super high item heavy room here. Done. Yeah, man. And it's really nice. It's a really delicate puzzle. That's not what I wanted. Hey, much stuff in here. What do we got? We got the map. The map. Cards. The handbag. And then... and then we've got... Here, a few more rows for you. Hearing Alice read those was great, by the way. And then the key. It's the wrong door. Da 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 da. This is the thing that keeps us inside. Oh. Okay. During a total lunar eclipse, the moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. That doesn't mean the moon just disappears or turns black, though. It actually reflects light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere. But this makes it appear to be red. Essentially what's happening is that the moon is reflecting the sunset. So the moon looks red during a lunar eclipse. Yeah, I think so. So, why are you telling about this to us? I just thought I should. What kind of an answer is that? Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Hurry up and open the door. Yeah, come on, what are you waiting for? Get on with it. Yeah, you gotta talk to me about fucking... Yeah, I could have been doing this as you were talking. You could have talked and I do this. It's not that time dependent.
Hmm.
Another elevator.
Do you think it works?
I am absolutely certain it works, dear.
Hey, someone's coming.
Who could it be? Whose jingle jangles are those?
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
What's going on here?
We ran into them a little bit ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know.
Let me see the map.
Can I skip this? No. Look at that, all our paths converge. Shake, shake, shake. Ah, I get it. All 3 routes end up here.
That's the same.
Infirmary.
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
That's so. We found ours in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No, there's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
More elevator.
What the? Oh, this is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looked like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock, huh? Wonder what that could mean. I wonder what that could mean.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh, no, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Numbers? Oh yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours. Holy shit, 6 minutes? 6 minutes, 2 hours?
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
We'll find a way to get rid of that time. Don't you worry. We will find a way to get rid of all that pesky time on our hands.
Looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Quark, why don't you show them that note we found?
Sure.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary? Because if it did, we found ours and...
Yeah, I found one. Da-da-da. Hair. Sure.
So, this is the lounge.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
That means we could all go visit the infirmary too.
Or the crew quarters.
Hey, Grandpa, check this out. Some of your favorite scotch.
Quark's gonna fucking blow Grandpa's secrets in every single room.
Oh. Tempting. But I don't really think now's the time.
Whoa, hold on. Grandpa? Since when were they buddies? Or had they always been that close, I wonder? In other words, they'd known each other before the nonary game? And if Quark was calling Tenmyoji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Maybe. Alice and Clover seem to be close too. I wonder what that's about. Just how many of these people know each other already?
Let's go, buddy. As soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want.
And you all the root beer.
You can drink all the root beer floats you can stomach.
Ah!
What? You're gonna get me a root beer float? But are you sure? Do you have enough money?
Oh, ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
that means so much more to me now that I know the other thing. If I had gone through this route earlier and not known that, I would have just passed that the fuck off. It would have fucking not mattered to me at all. Oh, there's a dead lady this time.
Let's get her to the infirmary.
Why wasn't there a dead lady in the other one?
She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy. Come on, boys, let's go.
So it's less... Why does the dead woman show up only in this route to why doesn't... Yeah! Like, the fuck? I don't understand. What the fuck? Why the woman... Why does she not show up in the other route?
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah? And just how...
Because Alice, Clover, and I...
So you think you can perform an autopsy? Perform the autopsy. I don't understand. We're really going in there? I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there. Whoa, where'd you go?
Here.
Up? Whoa! What the hell is she doing? What the fuck is she doing? You must be really desperate to get high.
Seriously? That's the best you can do? I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. I like mine better. What are you up to up here anyway? Really? Everybody's already gone into the AB rooms.
Yeah, well, there was something I wanted to check out.
And that is?
This thing. Remember it?
The hatch?
Try opening it.
No luck, it won't budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
You still think it's Kay, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I know. I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
Algernon? He's a rabbit.
Look, there's something on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. Wonder what it is. We're playing against Luna, yeah?
Astute observation.
For example, Siggy and that means that Siggy and it goes the other.
Mooney's opponent will be...
Obviously, that means and be yelling. Well, after all, if you choose ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen.
And this, and then the other thing
Then,
happened.
I think that about does it for the basic. It'll just have to wait. After all, it's almost time. No,
Hey.
I won't wait, and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me?
Okay, fine.
1 minute remain.
You see, it's
Ew,
time for me to
versus
hop on
Luna.
out of here.
Yeah, man.
See you later. Have a nice trouble.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
The fuck? You're kidding. You really want me to betray Luna? Luna, of all people.
We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. That's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1. Obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So...
Wait. What do you mean it's over?
30 seconds.
Just press the damn button.
You're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious. You've been suspicious. I mean, how do you know these things? Or how about when we found the old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she would be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you... Are you
Fine.
superhuman?
If you won't do it, then I...
No, don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, I'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What you hiding? What it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
When your BP hits 0, you die. That's what I meant.
1.
She's a sweetheart. She's not gonna pick
Round
betray.
1 of the Ambidex results will be thank you for Ambidex game.
It's fine. I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others run toward the monitor. Tenmyuji was left behind. Frickin'. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. You chose ally. Didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken, like, half a second just to process what you'd said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it?
Nah.
Am I wrong?
What the hell are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? That somehow seems dirty, but it's okay. Let me be straight with ya. Your shit is whack. Like hella whack. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0, you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, Siggy! I know! Hey, what? We're about to announce...
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
Huh? This time? Hey, Fi, hold on. Shit.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's get ready to rock! Ambidex round the result!
If everybody would please direct their...
Whoa! Yeah! That's my girl Luna. We got some serious manhandling. Serious.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check.
Luna is such a sweetheart. I know, I should... Thanks, Luna.
Oh no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done. I believed in you and Fi.
No. When Luna glanced away, I threw Fi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tenmyoji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No, no! It wasn't me! Mr. Dio tricked me! He told me he'd pick Ally! He promised! That's why I let him do the voting!
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What? What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. You wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard.
No! Quark would not say such a thing.
He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go.
The fuck?
What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid. Keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa, you believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next
What?
So, yeah. That. Yeah, it did change. Look at that. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Mine too. Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right.
Mine is now a solo.
Yep, looks like mine's changed. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
The three of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow, and it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too.
Yeah.
Oh, joyous. Those
Looks
two
like
as
I'm a
pair.
pair.
When did they change?
Back when the egg... As soon as they get into a pair and solo is...
So, yeah. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? But even I knew what Kay said we needed to at least try to find another way out, so I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off. To wherever, I guess, I suppose.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were here earlier, right?
Yeah, what of it? Phi Luna and I were the first into this room here.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like, secret pathway or something.
No, you really think that's the kind of detail I would have neglected to mention?
Anything else then? Anything out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary? Huh. Well, I mean, everything about this room is out of the ordinary.
How about this?
Isn't that obvious? It's an astronomy magazine. Apparently it's got an article about a lunar eclipse. It says it's gonna happen on December 31st, 2028.
This New Year's Eve, then?
Yeah. 6 days from now, wink wink, nudge nudge.
Wait, what did you say? What do you mean 6 days?
Well, today's Christmas, yeah? So...
Wait a minute. When were you grabbed?
Didn't you hear me on Christmas? About 2 or 3 in the morning. Wait, did they pick you up on a different day?
Yeah.
I was abducted in the middle of the night on December 22nd.
What about you?
I think it was the 20th.
Then we were all taken on different days.
Does that mean we were just sleeping until the notary game started?
Maybe they kept us on a Soparil IV drip or something?
In theory, you could have everyone wake up at the same time if you got the dosage right.
Then today might not even be the 25th.
I think that's likely.
Yeah. Some of us were probably abducted after you.
Oh. Well, I guess that explains why I feel kind of dizzy.
You too? I felt disoriented since I woke up. My body doesn't feel right.
Maybe it's because we were asleep for so long. Your muscles start to atrophy if you don't use them.
Then... what day is today?
Beats me.
I have no idea.
Well, how about you guys? Was there anything interesting in the crew quarters or the infirmary?
Nah, nothing in the quarters. Oh well, there was a book about a cat.
A cat?
Yeah, something about a cat in a box and whether it's dead or alive. Didn't make any sense to me though.
Well, it doesn't really sound like something that's gonna help us get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
How about the infirmary? Find anything interesting?
Well, actually there was one thing.
What?
I wasn't trying to hide it. The right moment to mention it just never came up.
You don't need to apologize, just tell us what you found.
Well, see for yourself.
Oh, it's a newspaper article.
Let me see that. Radical 6 infections.
Just read the article.
Da-da-da-da. The Radical-6 virus. Dude, do you think we're in a quarantine facility?
You mean you think we got infected with this Radical 6 thing? Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, we don't know anything for sure, but look at us. We seem pretty healthy. Admittedly, I don't know what the symptoms of Radical 6 are, but if it's killing people worldwide... Now, just look at this soft, lustrous skin. This perfect, shapely face. Does this beauty look like something infected with an awful disease?
Not upstairs, no.
You want to touch it, don't you, boy? I can see it in your eyes. Go on. Try.
I'm uncomfortable. Well, I'm feeling a little weird and uncomfortable. Could you maybe not do that?
That could just be from sleeping for a couple of days. Or maybe it's a side effect of that drug. Besides, if this is where they ship people to quarantine them, don't you think there aren't enough, people? This thing is killing people all over the world, right? So why would there only be 9 of us here?
I'm at once threatened and aroused. I know, right? Like, Yeah, I guess you do have a point.
Think about it. Zero is forcing us to play this nonary game. Why would the government quarantine people and then make them play a game?
Also a good point.
Yes, it is.
Yep. So you're saying there's no connection between our abductions and this virus?
Probably not.
Huh. Well, it's still something to remember, I suppose. I mean, even if we're safe in here, our friends and families are still out there.
That's true. I hope they're all right.
Wait a minute, when did this virus actually show up?
Neither have I.
Me either.
So what day is it? This radical six killed hundreds and thousands of people while we were asleep. Just how long have we been here for?
I don't think you'll be able to just puzzle that out. If we want the truth, we need to find more information.
I'll puzzle whatever the fuck I want out, bitch. I'm sorry, mistress. Keep going. Okay, I think I'll go look around a bit more then. I've already spent plenty of time here anyway.
Alice and I are gonna stick around. You know, just in case you miss something. Don't really feel like I can trust your eyes.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Bitch, you wanna go? I turned and headed for the exit. Where to next?
Hello, Mr. Sigma.
Nothing yet.
Huh.
Well, Alice, Clover, and I did go over this room quite thoroughly. I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Why are you back here then?
Well, I was concerned about the lady you found. Who would do such a horrible thing?
Given what we know so far, you're the most likely candidate.
Fi, please. Why would I kill this woman?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now. If we find more evidence in the future, that could change.
You were so busy earlier that I never got to ask, but do any of you know who she is?
Beats me. I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Neither do I. Well, I suppose I might have known her before I lost my memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
You still can't remember anything?
No. Not even a little, unfortunately.
You better be telling the truth about this amnesia stuff.
Are you suspicious of me too, Sigma?
Suspicious? Have you looked in a mirror lately? You might as well have suspicious tattooed across your forehead.
If someone ran into you on the street at night, they'd probably pass out from fright.
Or maybe even during the day.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize for my frightening appearance.
Well, it's not really something you need to apologize for. I mean, it's not your fault, right? Right.
No, I suppose not. Well, I assume not.
But what?
I'm not sure why, but none of this feels particularly strange. The mask and the suit, I mean. In a way, it almost feels natural. I don't feel as though I was forced into it.
Are you saying this is how you always look?
No, I don't think that's it.
This might be a pretty obvious question, but is there any way for you to take it off?
No, I've tried several times, to no avail. I honestly don't even know where to start. But there is something I'd like to ask of you. There are parts of the suit I can't see. Could you have a look and tell me if perhaps there is a switch or something similar?
Fair. We'll take a look. We'll glance so. I'll look at your robot butt. With no further warning, he removed his robe and turned his back to us. It took no time at all to find something of interest. Dead ace. There's a hole here on the back of your head.
A hole?
Yeah, looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in here.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see. That's excellent news. We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there then.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel somewhat relieved. I was beginning to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait, a minute ago you said that it felt natural.
Well, it does. But that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever. Imagine having glasses, for instance. Wearing them doesn't feel strange. You'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever, would you?
I mean, I think you're wrong, but I see where you're coming from. But you're wrong. No, I wouldn't mind wearing my glasses forever because they make me look like a sassy librarian. And Sassy Librarian Squad is the best squad forever and ever, amen.
That's what wearing this suit is like. Well, I think that's enough about me. Should we move to the next room now?
No. There still might be something here.
Even to sleep or in the shower? Okay, those... I think he means literally at all times. Oh, okay. I mean... Psh, psh. No, sleeping and showering, you have to take them off. But, like, as far as the actual impairment...
I'm staying.
Me too.
I see. Well then, I will move ahead and see how our companions are doing. What do you intend to do?
Huh. I think I'll be moving along too.
Where do you plan to go?
Crew quarters.
Very well. I shall head for the lounge then. Until we meet again. Excuse me.
Kay's robe flowed silently around him, despite making jingle bell noises earlier as he turned to leave. I made my way out of the infirmary behind him. I love that they make jingle bell noises, though. Huh. So these are the crew quarters.
Sigma, what are you doing here?
Hey, come on, man. Don't be like that. I'm here to party. We aren't enemies, are we?
Huh, I wonder.
What happened to you, Tenmyoji? You've been acting weird ever since we found the lady's body.
Oh, you think so? Well, you sure it ain't just all in your head?
Fine, let's move on to someone else. You and Quark. See
Why
your
do you want to
grandkid?
know?
Aye, well, I mean, what do you think? He keeps calling me Grandpa. Of course I wonder what the deal is. We all got kidnapped and brought here, apparently for no reason. Now they're making us all play some weird game. I'm just trying to find out a little meaning in all this nonsense. That's it. That's all I want. So tell me, Tenmyoji. Are you really Quark's grandpa? Grandpa Papa? Clover! Luna!
Sigma, where'd you come from?
Did you not want me here?
No, it's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other person here.
This is the crew quarters. I came here with Clover and Tenmyoji. We decided we'd split up to investigate.
Oh. Makes sense. So you find anything?
0.
What? Which one?
No, I meant I found 0 things.
What about you? Any
I
suspicious?
didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility is suspicious.
Yeah, you got a point there. So why do you think Zero put all these puzzles and stuff all over the place?
Well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the nonary game.
Really? I thought the nunnery game was a couple of rounds of the AB game. Why would he need the puzzles and stuff then? Well, what is the nunnery game then? Why is Zero making us do all the things?
Well, this is just, speculation, but maybe it's for entertainment. So rich, powerful people can watch.
Entertainment.
Yes. They're probably off in an opulent theater, watching us struggle while they drink brandy and eat caviar.
That's an interesting... You know what, we're just gonna leave it.
Oh, you think so, huh? So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks. What kind of a death is that?
Well, maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest of the game.
No, Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something. But what do we get? Nothing. Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason he'd do that. Murdering her was always part of Zero's plans. Now, if you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
But then why does she not even show up in the other routes?
So you're saying that Zero Sr. is the one who murdered the old lady?
the first branch with the Alice branch is like she doesn't show up in any of that. There's not a moment where we see her.
Now it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance anybody could be the murderer.
Wait,
Well,
7?
Alice and I can't be 0.
Okay. I'll let the eye part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice can't be 0.
What? Alice and I know each other.
Well, how do you know each other?
I guess you could say we're co-workers.
And where do you co-work?
An organization?
That's kind of vague. What kind of organization?
That's... I can't tell you.
What? What do you mean you can't tell us?
I mean, I can't tell you. Just forget about it, okay?
Why can't you tell us?
Because it's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. I know, right? Who the fuck decided, hey, this girl's gonna be a great secret agent? No. Frickin'.
Yeah! But what if the people you work for have something to do with what's going on here?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should tell you.
Finally.
Hey, sorry to butt in, but it's...
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Huh, you think?
Oh, I guess we'll just have to continue this later. We need to get...
I just, yeah, she can't keep, she just can't. Poor girl's just too honest. And then is a little piece of shit when it matters. So it's like, I'm gonna stop once we get to the next puzzle room.
Chromatic doors have 5 minutes.
Ugh, you're late. What were you doing?
Sorry.
An apology is not going to cut it. I can't go through that door without you. Zero said we'd get penalized if we didn't go through the primary door before it closed. Are you trying to kill me?
No, of course not. I thought you didn't need a partner to get through the primary doors, though.
Are you kidding me? Think it through, Sigma. Yes, you can go through the primary door by yourself. Now, you're standing in front of the secondary door. The time limit comes, and the primary door shuts. Now what? Now you're stuck, is what? Without the right number of bracelets, the secondary door won't open. Do you understand?
Holy fuck, could you get out of my ass?
There'd be no way to open either door, huh? Man, that sounds even worse than getting your lungs turned off.
Sorry for worrying you, Quark.
Oh no.
In any event, now is hardly the time to be fighting like this. As you can see, the primary doors have already opened. We must hurry and decide who will be going through which door.
So,
We're almost out of time. Just explain it as fast. Just like before, there are...
options. Option A, Alice and I, Cyan would pair up with Luna. Yellow. Option B, Alice and I would pair up with Kay. Option C, Alice and I pair up with Clover.
3 minutes remain.
Alright, so what we doing?
Not pairing up with Kay.
Oh? What?
We'd end up playing against each other in the next AB game. Last time, you betrayed Clover. How am I supposed to know you won't do the same to me? You can't be trusted.
How unfortunate. To be honest, however, I would rather not go with you either.
Yeah? Why's that?
Well, you only have one BP left. I very much doubt you'll choose to ally in the next round. Even if you promised me you would choose to ally, I'd be in an undesirable situation. You see, I wouldn't be able to choose to betray. If I did, and you were true to your word and allied, I would kill you. So there you are. That is why I do not wish to be paired with Tenmyoji. Of course, for the same reason, I would rather not be paired with Alice.
Come on, buddy.
That's not a problem. Sigma and I will be taking Clover.
Excuse
I
you.
trust her more than any of the rest of you.
Yep, I want to go with Alice too.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't I get a say in this?
I would like to go with Sigma or Phi. They chose Ally last time.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm Phi's partner. You should pair up with us. Sound good?
No.
I am also opposed to that choice.
If Alice and Clover pair up, and Luna and Dio pair up, the rest of us don't have a choice. We'll be stuck with Phi's option C.
I believe I mentioned before that I do not wish to be paired with
And I don't want to go with Kay either.
Then what the hell are we supposed to do?
1 minute remaining.
Fuck's sake. What?
It's all over. This is it. We're all gonna die.
Are you all right?
No.
No, that's not it. Don't you get it?
We aren't gonna die. We have to die. We have to die here. All of us.
What the hell? Oh, snap out of it, kid. Oh, come on, Quark, talk to me.
No, I'm fine. You're the crazy ones. Getting so serious about the stupid game.
We don't have time for this. You need not, kid.
We should just stop. End this. End all of it. End everything.
We need to get him to the infirmary.
No, we don't have time.
30 seconds remain.
We don't have
until
time.
Chromatic.
We don't have a choice. Quark's with me. I'll carry him through.
But we still haven't figured out who's going where.
I can't afford to be picky anymore. Someone just choose. I don't...
Sigma, you have to choose.
Yay!
Please just do it. We don't have any time.
9, 8, 7.
Aw shit. Aw shit, boy. I swallowed. Alice and I will. I'm gonna go with Kay. Alice. Kay. The blue door.
Right.
We should hurry.
We took off toward the door at a run. I glanced back over my shoulder to see the others heading for their respective doors. Phi, Dio, and Clover were headed toward the green door, while Tenmyoji carried Quark toward the red door, followed by Luna, which is good because Luna's a doctor.
2,
Or something
1,
of that nature.
0. Chromatic door.
Probably the better option. What we doing now? Gonna hit up our crate.
Appears they are all locked.
Is this a dead end?
Wait, that thing over there.
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
Does that lever move?
Only one way to find out. Zhink. I gotta stay away from that one. It's a lever.
Well, that was easy enough.
It only opened the door on the right, though.
Then we are likely meant to go there.
How do we get the other doors to open?
I have no idea. There do not seem to be any other mechanisms which might cause them to unlock.
I don't think that's really something we should be worrying about right now. We have a door that's open, we should go through it.
You are correct. There is little to be achieved by remaining here.
Forward it is then. Or right, I guess. I mean, fucking whatever. Ooh! Ooh, this room. There's pretty in here. What is this place? Also, the freaking acting.
The rec room, apparently. Oh, you didn't see it. There was a plate on the door. It said rec room, as I recall.
You bitches and your reading.
Short for recreation, one might assume. How ironic. I doubt recreation is foremost on any of our minds right now.
Okay, the pool and darts I get, but What's with the suits of armor? Obviously, they're reenacting a play. Seems kind of weird.
If you think the armor's weird, check that thing out.
Is that a ride?
Yeah, I see them in front of grocery stores all the time. You put a coin in and it kind of rocks around. You must have gone on one at least once when you were a kid.
I have no memory of doing so, but it is possible.
I now require a GIF of Kay on one of these little rocking machines. Does this thing mean there were kids here at some point?
No, I don't think so. I guess it's part of someone's collection.
That seems like an exceedingly odd thing to collect.
So this place has a lounge, some sleeping quarters, and now this rec room. It's like we're on some kind of luxury cruise liner with death involved.
Now that you mention it, it does give the impression that people are supposed to stay here for an extended period of time. They have a small but well-stocked infirmary. Anyone here would be able to treat at least minor injuries and illnesses.
So you think this room is to help people keep from going out of their minds with boredom?
Yes, relaxation is important in an isolated environment.
Everything anybody needs to live without leaving. I guess they're planning to keep us here for a while, huh? Well, that's not happening.
I agree. Let's just find those moon card things and get out of here.
Ah, there's a door over there.
No good. Won't open. Looks like it's locked. Imagine that.
In other words, the moon cards must be in this room somewhere.
Right then, let's find them. Next time. Next time. We do this next time. Freaking... We're gonna save. And then we're gonna call it a night. Thank you all for coming with me on this journey. Freaking... See you all next time, my man. Freaking... Have a nice day, evening, what have you.